Hello everyone, it's Casty and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the beloved monthly TBR. This is still one of my favorite videos to film. I don't know, it's just always fun and I love watching them. I just want to know what everyone's reading. This is my TBR for November. I can't believe it's already freaking November. What? So we're freaking out. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both of those would mean the absolute world to me. Comment down below what you are reading in November and any of the books that I end up picking. Let me know if you've read them and what your thoughts are on them. Make sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload from me. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below if you are interested in checking any of them out. Let's get into the TBR. So if you're new here, I always pick prompts from this. I've added a few today, but I definitely need to sit down. I think I said this last month. I need to sit down and add some more. I added some more this morning, but I always watch people's TBRs and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add that, and then I forget about it. So let me know if there's any prompts that you think I should add. But the thing is, for this month, I only have a select few books that I can pick from because I am at college and I don't have like all my books here, and I have a stack of books here that I kind of just want to read. Not that I necessarily just want to read them, but since I have them here, I would like to read them instead of going home to my mom's house and getting books and then bringing them back here when I already have a stack of books here. So I will do a little clip of the books that I have here. It's still like triple or double books, the amount of books that I'm going to put on my TBR, so I have a decent selection. Just some of these we're gonna have to, if we pull them, we're gonna have to adjust. So these are the only books that I have to pick from here. Also these two, because I did not read them in October, but these are the ones I will be picking from today. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the first pick. It's a small one. We got fantasy. Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm picking 5 books this month because I keep failing at my freaking TBR, and I have no idea how much I can read in a month, pretty much, because every time I change it up, it just doesn't work. So we're doing 5 books for November. If I read more, that'd be great, but we're picking 5 anyways, and I don't know what I'm gonna pick for that. So this was a book that I wanted to get into October, and it was on my TBR, but I did not get to it because I'm annoying. But I wanted it in October because it's very October, and that is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I definitely want to read this because I'm super hyped, and I've been waiting to read this for October, and then I didn't even read it in October. I think this will be like one of the first books I read in November because it'll still be lingering spooky vibes, maybe. I know this is more classified as horror, but on Goodreads, fantasy is like the 3rd genre. So Trisha Campbell, and her life is kind of boring, but her saving grace is her book club. But then James Harris comes around and things get a little interesting. He makes her feel things she hasn't felt in years, but when children on the other side of town go missing, Patricia wonders if he's connected. Is he a Brad Pitt, a Bundy, or something much worse? Book number 2. More than 400 pages. There is one book coming out this month that I want to get in this month, so I'm gonna look up how many pages it is. That's not enough pages. This is the other book on my October TBR that I didn't get to read that I really wanted to read, so we're getting it on this TBR. It is also a spooky time book, I thought, so it would have been perfect. So this also will probably be one of the first books I read in November. It's literally the same as Southern Book Club, but it has The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky. I put this off to read it in October. Again, didn't read it. It is about Rachel, and she's new at Manchester Prep. She's a scholarship student, and we know how that works out. She struggles to fit in among the rich kids and finds herself turning to horror movies for comfort. Then Rachel gets caught up in a prank on AWire, going from weird loner girl to public enemy #1 overnight. To Rachel's surprise, however, the incident attracts the attention of the Mary Shelley Club, a mysterious society of students who orchestrate elaborate pranks known as fear tests, which are inspired by urban legends and movie tropes. At first, Rachel embraces the power that comes with behaving recklessly, but as the fear tests escalate, the competition turns deadly and takes on a life of its own. When someone begins targeting the club itself, Rachel has to track down the killer, even if it means finally confronting the dark secrets from her past. This is 466 pages. It is YA, obviously, so the words are a little bit bigger on the pages, but I want that. Mix this up. I feel like we're getting basically what I pulled last night. Ooh, this is one of the ones I added today, and it is blurbed. So I've seen this on multiple TBR games, but basically it just has to be blurbed by someone that I enjoy and that I have read from before. Okay, we've got 3. I didn't feel like going through every book, so I went through like 5. This one is blurred by E. Lockhart, which is the author of We Were Liars, or whatever that book is called. I hated that book. I know that's a controversial opinion sometimes, but I hated that book. But The Inheritance Games is blurbed by E. Lockhart. I just didn't like her writing, so I don't know if I want to count that. And then I have The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai. It is blurbed by Emily Henry. I read People We Meet on Vacation in August. And then I have The Rumor by Leslie Cara, and it is blurbed by Sherry LaPena or Lapena. I don't know how to say it. I say it differently every time, but I've read 4 books from her. I'm gonna not count this because I didn't like E. Lockhart's book. I do want to get a romance on here. This one's only $3.40. I think we're gonna go with The Dating Plan because I need to be I need to be reading some more romance, and I feel like this is a solid one, and I heard there's some scenes, so so we're gonna go with this, and hopefully I don't end up pulling the romance prompt. No, I only have 2 romances here, so. Daisy Patel is a software engineer who understands lists and logic better than bosses and boyfriends. With her life all planned out and no interest in love, the one thing she can't give her family is the marriage they expect. Left with few options, she asked her childhood crush to be her decoy fiancé. Liam Murphy is a venture capitalist with something to prove. When he learns that his inheritance is contingent on being married, he realizes his best friend's little sister has the perfect solution to his problem. A marriage of convenience will get Daisy's matchmaking relatives off her back and fulfill the terms of his late grandfather's will. If only he hadn't broken her tender teenage heart 10 years ago. Sparks fly when Daisy and Liam go on a series of dates to legitimize their fake relationship. Too late, they realize that very little is convenient about their arrangement. History and chemistry aren't about to follow the rules of this engagement. Random number. This is also one I added today, so that's good. I'm going to put these books back up there, and we'll do a random number generator. I'll count how many books I have up there and see which one it is. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna hit it 3 times. It's from 1 to 11, and we're gonna count 1, 2, 3. Of course, it's the only other romance that I have. Okay, guess we're reading 2 romances this month. I knew that another romance was gonna come up just because I picked this over that other book. But that's okay. Maybe they'll be really quick reads. But yeah, this is The X Talk by Rachel Elena Solomon. It's not that I'm not excited to read this. I actually brought these 2 romances back from home the other day because there were 2 romances that I'd be fine with reading, just because I wanted some romances here because I didn't have any, and I need to start putting them on my TBRs. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the mood for 2 romances, but that's okay. Shay Goldstein has been a producer at her Seattle public radio station for nearly a decade, and she can't imagine working anywhere else. But lately, it's been a constant clash between her and her newest colleague, Dominic Yoon, I'm not sure. He's fresh off a journalism master's program and convinced he knows everything about public radio. When the struggling station needs a new concept, Shay proposes a show that her boss greenlights with excitement. On the X Talk, 2 exes will deliver relationship advice live on air. Their boss decides that Shay and Dominic are the perfect co-hosts given how much they already despise each other. Neither loves the idea of lying to listeners, but it's this or unemployment. Their audience gets invested fast, and it's not long before the X Talk becomes a must-listen in Seattle and climbs podcast charts. As the show gets bigger, so does their deception, especially when Shay and Dominic start to fall for each other. In an industry that values truth, getting caught could mean the end of more than just their careers. So both of these seem to be enemies to lovers, fake relationship type of thing. So I probably should have brought 2 books that aren't the same trope, but that's okay. Hopefully I just like it. Final pick. Oh, this is another one I just added today. Everyone has read it but me. I feel like that's a lot of books. So I can't pick the one that literally the only book that I wanted on my TBR. I can't get it on, but it's gonna just have to be added because I'm reading it this month. Here's 4 books that I feel like most people have read on BookTube. I also have These Violent Delight, but that's really long and I don't want to add it to my TBR this month. I just don't feel in the mood for it. So anyways, I'm gonna look at these 4, maybe see which one's the shortest or the one that I feel the most gravitated towards today. But The Beautiful, Caraval, Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, and The Inheritance Games. I think I'm gonna go with The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I also haven't watched Knives Out, and I really want to, so I feel like if I read this, it'll make me really want to watch it extra because everyone compares the Knives Out to this book. Maybe that'll be a little fun thing that I can do in my monthly reading vlog. But anyways, if you don't know what The Inheritance Games is about, Avery has a plan for a better future, survive high school, win a scholarship, and get out, but her luck changes in an instant when billionaire Tobias Hawthorne dies and leaves her virtually his entire fortune. The only catch, Avery must move into a sprawling mansion full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. Unfortunately for Avery, Hawthorne House is also occupied by the family that was just disinherited. This includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous, magnetic boys who grew up with every expectation that one day they would inherit billions. Heir apparent Grayson is convinced that Avery is a con woman, and he's determined to take her down. But his brother Jameson views her as their grandfather's last hurrah. A twisted riddle, a puzzle to be solved, caught in a world of wealth and privilege, with danger around every turn. Avery will have to play the game herself just to survive. This is my very random TBR for November. I feel like this is very random and eclectic of a TBR, so I mean, I'm not mad. But I also have to put on, well, I don't have to, but I really want to put on You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. That book is coming out in November. I think it's the 17th of November. Oh. Never mind. Comes out on November 30th. So good thing I didn't put on my TBR because I wouldn't have been able to read it this month. So that will be on my December TBR. That works out even better because then I won't feel rushed to read all these books. I feel like I can do this TBR. This feels doable. Check back later to see if it is doable, but right now I feel like I can do it. This is my TBR, and let me know down below if you've read any of these books and if you like them or if you didn't like them or anything. Just let me know down below. Also, comment down below what's on your November TBR because I'm nosy and I want to know. I want to know what you're reading. Also, watch out for my reading vlog. I do monthly ones. They're just coming out a little slow, but hopefully I will be on track soon. I will have more thoughts on each of these reads in that vlog. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both of those would mean the absolute world to me. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in checking any of those out. Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!